We are set to wrap up our coverage of day number 3 at the Beijing 2022 Paralympic Winter Games. Welcome to the National Aquatic Center, now called the Ice Cube. It's Canada and it is Sweden in draw number 8. The Canadians 4-0. The Swedes coming off a upset loss to Latvia in the last draw. They are now 2-1. The lights are down inside. And as always, I'm joined by 3-time Paralympic gold medalist Sonia Gaudette. My name is Matt Cullen. So far, these Canadians, we keep coming back to the story. Confidence, 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 and it's showed for 4 straight wins. The only team now in Beijing that's undefeated.
That's right. Quiet confidence is definitely a strength of theirs, and going to be a great game against Sweden.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this session.
The Swedes started 2-0,
but
lost against Latvia in the last draw. Let's head down to the ice.
Let's give a round of applause to this session's competing team.
让我们掌声欢迎本轮比赛的对阵双方。
On sheet A, People's Republic of China versus Switzerland.
So there are the 2 teams, Canada and Sweden on sheet C. Christina Ulander,
On
the
sheet
lead,
B, Great Britain
throwing
versus
lead stones, but
Slovakia.
the vice skip, Mats Ola Enborg, the second. Ronnie Persson, 55-year-old, throwing third stones, and the skip,
Versus Canada.
Video Peterson Dahl. All returning from Pyeongchang 2018. Mark Idison skipped
On sheet D,
Team Canada to another win. 98% curling. Dennis Thiessen, his best game in Beijing, also in the win over the Americans. From the BC interior, Ina Forrest throwing third stones, and John Thurston from Dunsford, Ontario. He's the lead, but he throws last rocks. So there's a look at how these 2 countries have fared so far. For the Canadians, it's wins against China, Switzerland, Latvia, and the USA.
games will begin in 1 minute. Wheels may be cool. Good luck and good
And
curling.
for the Swedes, a 9-2 win over Switzerland, a 5-1 win over China, and then a surprise 9-7 loss against the Latvians. Latvia stealing 3, Sonia, in the first end, and then added 1 in the second to go up 4-0 early on, and the Swedes did their best to catch up, but they couldn't quite complete it.
Sounds like that was a great game. Sweden is the silver medalists from the Worlds in 2021, bronze in World 2020, and silver medalist in the World B in 2019. So lots of medals to their name.
So here we are with draw number 8, Canada and Sweden. The 40-year-old lead, Christina Ulander, competing in her 3rd Paralympic Winter Games, going back to Sochi in 2014.
Kiki's been on the team for a long time. That's her nickname.
This is
Oh, I think 13 for sure.
this is slower off,
Yeah.
dude. 1275,
75. Back.
Mark Schrock got away on him a little bit there
Got it?
just before his delivery, which happens often.
And how about the game from Mark Idison against the Americans? 98%.
Absolutely.
Almost a perfect game for the Canadian skip.
Shot mark.
Ta den, Kikki! Lilla Niklas då? Ja. 12-4 där. Ja. Ganska långt bak, där va? Bra.
Come here.
Sweden's going to take that one out.
Niklas.
And it is a very warm day in Beijing today, plus 17 degrees. Very different from the temperatures we saw during the Olympic Winter Games. Frigid cold. But the Canadian team speaking with Mark Callan, the ice maker, said the temperature outside won't affect the ice too much. It is warm, but the plant has more than enough cooling power to keep it consistent.
1275.
Another great
Great,
draw by
Mark.
Mark. Over to the wing.
Niklas, sträck ut i din.
Bra!
The 64-year-old Mats Ola Enborg.
Något där.
Okay.
Second Paralympic Winter Games and
Fin fart, Moe.
Bra, Moe.
silver medalist from the last World Championships that were held in China.
2,5. Så det är bra.
Great shot from Mats. Ula didn't quite get a roll underneath the guard, but nevertheless,
Guy does not
a great hit.
There is the Canadian second, Dennis Thiessen. Third Paralympic Winter Games.
Really nice throw. Just too much ice. 13 till 13-5.
Ja.
13-5, det är din Moe.
Ja, kom igen. Den har du. Sätt den på eller kast och fart.
Draw around the center guard here.
Där ja. Det är lite där.
Ja, dålig rotation.
Ja, ja. Ett varv.
12, 8.
Stanna
Det är
då.
bra, Moe.
12, 8, 12, 9. Ett varv hade jag på den.
Nine. You get the guard, that's fine. Should curl a little more here.
Mark's asking for a 9-second hit. 9 seconds between the hog line.
Good to good.
Do the job.
Nice toss.
Priority number
Throw.
1 is the backstone, and if it happens to rub the guard, that's all good.
Nose hit. Good start for
Niklas.
Dennis Thiessen.
Vet vad som gäller.
Great start.
Ja, det är dit.
Kom igen.
Ronnie Persson, the vice skip for the Swedes. Former alpine skier at the Paralympic Winter Games, won 3 silver medals and a couple of bronze
Det är bra ut, Ronny. Snyggt.
between the downhill and
8-7. Bra. Ja.
the Super G, going back to Nagano and the 2002 games in Salt Lake City.
875.
Nice throw, Aina.
What was 4? 8-4? Yeah.
8-4. Ina threw an 8-4 there. That's a fast-moving rock.
Ja. Sätt. Kom igen. Kom igen. Kom igen.
Bra!
Ronnie gets right down over top of his line of delivery.
Bra fart idag nu!
Nice draw weight.
Fin sten!
Jättesnyggt.
It's going to tuck right in behind that top guard. Make it difficult to get down in there.
8.5.
So back to the Canadian vice skip, Ina Forrest. 4th Paralympic Winter Games. And she has been over 75% in 3 of the 4
Throw line.
Canadian games so far.
Good throw line. Great toss.
Throwing the run back here. Or appeal.
Jag har lite mindre än 5.
Ja, jag hade lite mindre.
Där!
Ja.
Tänker 15 då, eller? 16.
Christina Olander holding the broom for the Swedish skip.
Kom igen, den har du.
Bra!
Kom igen.
Team Sweden is
Bra!
up for this game against Canada. Very focused.
Viljo Peterson Dahl, 39-year-old, competed in Pyeongchang, a 4-7 record for the Swedes. They didn't make the semifinals.
Snyggt, Viljo.
Described the team as fresh, not as familiar with each other, but they've had a lot of success, as you highlighted, Sonia, over the past few years, and now they feel that they are a medal contender.
Yeah, 9 will be good.
Sweden has won bronze twice in wheelchair curling, 2006 and 2010. So you've seen the Swedes a few times in your career.
I have, definitely. Kiki's been on the team ever since I can remember, and Ronnie as well has been on for many years.
It's a little snug. It's all right. It's safe.
John Thurston throwing last rocks for Canada as usual.
John thinking he might have been a little bit tight there,
Ligger ute. Bra där.
but did the job by peeling the guard. Got that out of the way.
Ja, kom igen. Det är din.
Bra.
Place,
15-5.
placing
Bra,
another
William.
guard,
Styrk Viljo igen.
Curla över lite.
Lite,
Va?
men. Det är
and
okej.
it's still peeking out there for John
Wanna
to
just
get.
feel it? Sure. Just pick it.
Oh, wait.
8.5.
Okay.
So
Thought
John,
Ina was nice and positive in this spot.
Yeah.
It curled up.
Yeah.
John Thurston hoping just to remove that red stone, and
John noting that when Ina threw down here, even though she threw big weight, it still had some movement.
final stone in the first end. The Canadians hoping for a blank, but it slides past, and the Swedes
Just ran
open up the
straight.
scoring with
Yeah.
a steal of 1 in the first.
Yeah, I mean, you threw 8.5 there.
Yep. Caught them a little
Maybe
bit
you're a rock girl and
by surprise.
because they did say mine were fast.
Good start for Sweden, 1-0 after the first. So a steal of 1 for Sweden. First end.
Lägger upp garden. Garden plus
This is the first time that Canada has trailed in Beijing.
Yeah, I liked it.
A team that has quiet confidence and
Almost a little less curl than Ina.
Bra kick,
no need to
lägger
panic.
upp den.
And Sonia, they know these rocks fairly well, as they've been given a few tips, I understand.
Yeah, so we were told that the mixed doubles team, Rachel and John, who played in the Olympics, gave them some feedback about the rocks on all the sheets.
Kom igen.
Same rocks being used in wheelchair curling and mixed doubles.
Yeah, so super helpful information, of course. And I think John and Ina have already identified a few things in their differences in their rocks. Ina's moved a lot more than John's did on that last path.
16-9.
Sweden starting off the
Vad
end,
hade du för fart? Du vet?
letting Canada know they're ready to play some offense with a high guard.
Shot. Wow, come on, set.
Niklas!
Ja, Niklas.
Great draw by Mark.
Not center. But I thought Ina's curled.
Kom igen.
Ligger där. Bra!
Second time that Canada has played on sheet C.
Något där.
Got that opening win over China on this sheet, so certainly they would have picked up a few
Härligt, Kiki.
tips.
Bra
Ja, det
fan.
är bra. Snyggt.
Snyggt Sten.
Jättesnyggt.
like that, eh?
Smooth 9, Mark.
Good job, Mark.
Mick Lismore, the coach, and Kalinda Joseph, the alternate.
9-4. Sweet.
Told that there is a plan to have Kalinda play a couple of games as the schedule intensifies over the next couple of days.
Love to see Kalinda get in
Enough.
on her first Paralympic Games.
Vilken nå got där. Det är bra Moe!
8-6.
Snygg Sten!
Bra Moe.
Härlig Sten! Bra!
Very nice shot by Mats Olengbar.
Swedes are a very vocal team as well. We've
They
seen a little
are.
bit of both
Yeah, they
From-
are.
countries throughout this tournament, but lots of communication.
And if you'll notice, Dennis is in the same chair as all of the Sweden players. The Panthera X, Jali Jugnal, was the skip for Sweden for ever since I can remember, since 2004 probably. And he designed the Panthera chair. That was his company, no longer is, but
Yeah.
Jag
he's
kollar lite
sponsored
på den.
Aina, myself, and Dennis with the Panthera. And as you can see, all the Sweden teams are in the carbon fiber chair,
Ja, får hoppa lite till.
the lightest wheelchair in the world.
Ute. Bra! Det är bra.
Ja, ett varv där.
12-6! Bra linje Moe!
Ja, det är lite.
Went a little deeper than they had wanted it to go.
Var lite åt halva.
Nej, jag tittar ju på den. Jag hade tittat.
Could get one in and then peel.
Okay, just limited our scoring area if we go in now.
Some good conversation between John and Mark. Mark's thinking, let's go in, let's draw around now.
Smooth 8.
But Mark or John's suggesting, let's wait a little bit.
Should run pretty straight.
Shoot, I missed that.
He got out on that one, I think. Up.
Thought it was wide.
Take the off that.
Well, they just don't look like they're coming back, so
I
then
know.
you can't
You can't be really.
feel saying, oh, I can get
I
there.
know.
There'll be a little bit of extra support for the
Bra där.
Canadians tonight as the para ice hockey team is expected to be in the building to cheer on Canada against Sweden. You know, you've had a few chats with Paul Rosen, who's on the commentary for the para ice hockey team. Your time at the Paralympics together, lots of support with the Canadian teams. It's a little harder now with the
Rasa.
closed loop circuit with the pandemic, but
Yeah, it's been great to catch up with Paul. Met him for the first time in Torino, 2006. And then, of course, again in 2010.
Bra Ronny.
Bra Ronny!
And it's always nice to have other Team Canada athletes
Mike, come on.
cheering you on.
8.5.
Det var bara förnimmelse. Det här är bra.
Dennis has ran straight here, but
The skiing athletes are not in the same village as the curling and the para ice hockey athletes, though. And in past years, we've had the opportunity to go up to the ski village.
Good to good.
I don't think they'll be able to do that this time, though.
Mine, that one just runs.
That one.
Double hit for Ina Forrest, right on the nose in the back 12.
Det hade 14 förra. 13-5 borde vara inne. 13-2.
Pretty well like up to the log line there. I thought like if you had it for sure that, then all of a sudden it just came in like it was.
That one curls.
So back to the conversation about those rocks. Ina's first rock curls a lot, and that's what kind of threw John for a loop there, thinking his would come back, and it didn't.
Bra.
Kändes okej.
Ja, jag tycker det.
Ronnie Persson throwing third stones for the Swedes.
Lite tunn.
He has been the
14-2.
wild card, if you will, for Sweden. A couple of times he's been under 40%.
Ja.
But in the middle game that the Swedes had, he was over 80. That was the win over China, 5-1. Persson, 83%.
Great line.
What's that?
11-5.
11-5?
So into skip stones, and the Swedes lying the one red.
I think Ina was surprised. She says 11-5. Looking for a 13 or
Just maybe the path.
good to get those out of the way early on anyways.
Den andra där tänker jag. Den grusskog. Den.
Lite inne. Bra.
13-5.
Peter Sandale, a former soccer player in Sweden before his accident, started wheelchair curling in 2013, and one of the flag bearers at the opening ceremony, along with his teammate, the vice skip, Christina Ulander. And as you know, Sonia, it's a tremendous honor, one that you received as well.
It is a tremendous honor. Such an amazing feeling representing all of your fellow Paralympic athletes and your entire team.
Ja, exakt.
Yeah, 13-2. That was your draw.
Yeah.
I think the
Thinking
speed's the
it's
same.
13, yeah.
13-2.
Yeah.
I was watching John do his last stone draw, and he pretty much got to the edge of the button. So he knows how to get there now.
First of two from Thurston.
And there it is. What a great shot by John.
Yellow and biting almost on the 4-foot ring.
Almost.
Oh boy, Johnny. What was the weight on that? 13.
Nej, ta den. Bra.
Det är lite mer spring på den.
The last rock for the Swedes.
Ja.
Drag! Bra! Jag plussar lite då, 5.
Är vi där eller?
Ja.
13,5. Eller ja, 13,2 va? 13 då.
13,5.
Ja.
Ligger ute lite. Bra!
So you can see what Kiki's, Sweden's always done this.
Sätter det bra.
Whoever's holding the broom, the skip, or in this case, Kiki, is directing the thrower's hand
13,5.
and lining up, helping them line up with their stick. You'll notice she's saying left or right in her, in Swedish, and then letting them know exactly when they're on
like
line to
13.
the broom.
Yeah,
12.75.
12.75.
Okay.
Oh,
Taking a wider
a miss
pass.
from Pettersson Dahl on his last stone. So a chance for the Canadians to score 2 if Thurston can put his yellow into the 8-foot ring.
Pretty positive.
Needs to come back quite a bit. Got out there.
Last rock for the Canadians. Is it enough? And it is not. Count the 1 yellow for Canada. And we're all tied up. Close game. 1-1 after 2.
Svinga på med en etta. Nu går vi på en 2. Eller hur?
Ja, det gör vi.
I'm sure there's going to be some chatter about that right side of the sheet. Throwing them for a loop a little bit.
So the hammer over to Sweden for the first time in draw number 8. And as you were mentioning earlier on, Sonia, a new pathway on that right side of the sheet, and it's presented a few problems for the Canadians.
Yeah, a couple of shots were just a little full and just didn't want to come back.
Very early on, but it appears the Swedes have come to play, curling 83% to start this game through 2.
Yes, they definitely came in ready to play and focused right away, you could tell.
Bra Kiki, Tage!
Du vet att mina är lite plus.
Är vi där eller?
Ja, kör där då.
That loss to Latvia in draw 7
Bra
hasn't
där.
been sitting well, and they're looking for a little revenge here to finish off the day.
Kändes bra.
Ja, håller med.
Olander, the other flag bearer for Sweden,
Curla
just
jättemycket den ju.
hanging on.
Just hung on for
Farten då.
her.
Niklas 9.
Okej, bra.
Det är jättebra Kiki. Yeah, I think with this rock, a little quicker.
Mark's going to throw another one in. Continue to encourage a defensive game. Hitting back and forth still for a little bit.
Good shot, Mark.
Här eller?
Bra.
Kom igen.
Bra.
Kändes okej, kanske
Ja, då.
lite tight.
Jag håller med, den är lite där.
Kommer nu.
Niklas 8!
Kanonsten igen. Bra.
Jag ska spela.
Have you've thrown down here, right? Have you thrown
Yeah.
this pass?
You got it, Dennis.
I like 9.
Sonia, the Canadians played in the morning draw on this day number 3. And now they play in the evening draw. So how difficult is it? It's a long day, and there's a long rest in the middle. How difficult is it to ramp it back up again?
Well, you certainly have to make sure you don't sleep too long or rest too long and stay up. I'm sure Wendy, the team leader, has lots of team building exercises for them to engage in between.
Japp.
Bra.
Swedes had the morning off and played in the afternoon draw.
Kändes bra,
Draw
Moe.
7.
Bra Moe. Kommer fint.
And also review some game tapes.
8, bra fart.
Bra Moe.
Keep the thinking mind going.
Right on the nose. 8.5. Same ice. Just good 8.5.
Mark's asking for an 8.5 second hit weight. Time of the rock between hog lines. And Dennis can throw this hit weight all day long.
Throw, Dennis.
Shot.
Just rolled out.
Niklas,
Niklas!
vi har ju ett drag ner annars.
Ja.
Ja, välj!
Vi börjar så här.
Ja.
Niklas.
Niklas.
Ja, men då får vi den dit, det är perfekt.
Jag får hoppa lite.
Ja. Bra.
Kändes bra. Kom igen.
Jag känner lite där bara.
Okej.
Very important that the chair is stabilized before the shot.
Det är bra där.
Very
Fin
important.
sten.
It's definitely,
8.5. Nose.
if your chair moves, it can really throw you offline. So it's a key role that the anchor plays.
Moe.
Stabilize the chair as best as possible.
Nice pause. Throw
Yeah,
one.
that was good.
Shot.
And a clean house.
Clean house.
Nej, du drar in.
Kom igen.
Dra!
13.
Ja.
Sweden's going to put one in the wings here, leaving themselves a path open.
Kom igen. Det är din.
They have the last
Bra!
rock.
This is LSD right here, right? One more? All right, you got it, buddy. 13.
Bra då nu.
Here we go.
Game number
I think
5
it's
for
with the-
the
yeah.
Canadians, marking the halfway point in the round robin.
Bra då nu.
Bra Ronny, fin sten!
Ja.
8.5, fine.
What weight, Mark?
Think it.
What weight?
8.5. I think it should finish here. Dennis is over curled a bit.
Nice positive throw on.
Yeah, no, it's coming.
Good throw line.
Throw. Shot.
That worked out really well. Came back nicely for Ina.
Bra.
You do get the feeling that this could be a close game and a real test for both of these countries, medal contenders.
I think it's definitely one of the closer games of the competition.
Kändes okej.
Ja.
Swedes certainly want to avoid an 0-2 day.
Yes, they do.
Ganska mycket. 8-5. 8-5.
Bra Ronny, fin sten!
Ja, bra.
Ja, gör det.
Oj, hur gick det? Lite hårt. Ja, det är ingen fara.
Lots in the ice now.
Fair enough.
Like,
What are you thinking, 8.5?
yeah.
Still a bit of a back and forth hit game. Both teams waiting for an opportunity to create some offense, but it's not happening right now.
First of 2 from John Thurston.
Är ni där ungefär eller?
Va?
Ja.
Den ligger långt bak.
Kom ju ganska mycket inifrån nu. Så att det där blir nog bra.
Bra!
Kom igen, den har du. Kom igen.
Bra! Bra satt William!
Sweden throwing with some really long
8-9,
delivery
bra
sticks as
fart
well,
också.
just like Canada.
Snyggt! Bra.
8 feet is the maximum length that you can throw with. And
Bra.
Viljo Peterson's doll's stick looks really long.
Right on the nose.
Last stone for the Canadians, and
John doesn't like that one.
Just
Sorry,
get
Marco.
to quite full.
Yeah.
And a miss and a chance for Sweden.
Sorry, guys.
Big four.
Weight was good.
Right out of the delivery.
Yeah,
He
he
knew it
knew
was
right
just a little
away.
bit off.
Yeah, he knew right away that he was wide on the broom. Don't need anybody to tell you that when you know it's right away as you're throwing, but sometimes there's nothing you can do about it.
Kom igen, fokus.
Once you commit,
Den har
you
du.
commit.
Bra.
So with the last stone, it's a chance for Viljo Petersen Dahl
Bra satt.
Och ni kan stanna där uppe vid
to
hål.
score 2 points and open up a 3-1 lead if he's successful on the draw.
13-3. Bra Vilja. Snyggt.
No concern at all.
Rätt.
No.
Count the 2 reds.
Bra.
Jag lägger ner den här bara.
Bra. Snyggt.
Well, Sweden has come to play here today. After the third, it's the Swedes up by 2.
Jättefint. Det är roligt.
Bra jobbat.
Bra, fin omgång.
I think they've needed it.
A deuce for Sweden in the third end. And a 3-1 score. Canada playing catch-up
Får vi dra nu?
for the first time
Ja.
in the wheelchair curling tournament in Beijing.
Det får vi visst
Ute.
det.
Det är din.
Bra.
And Sonia, perhaps not the worst thing in the world for the Canadians to be given a good test midway through the round robin.
Ja, det är lugnt.
No, not at all. I mean, they've had some
Det
really
kändes bra.
great games, but perhaps
13-4.
not having to play too much offensively, and
Ja, bra. Tack.
now Sweden could be giving them a little bit more of a
This rock maybe.
closer game than some of the other
Yeah, like it.
earlier teams.
Great weight.
So Mark choosing to put up a corner guard and ignore that one in the house.
Another good
Making-
start for Mark Idison.
Yeah, making a timely offensive shot choice.
Bra.
Kändes bra.
Hard up.
Kiki's just gonna throw another one in the rings.
Okej, Kiki. Härlig linje.
13-5 hade jag på den.
This is the 6th meeting between these two countries at the Paralympics in wheelchair curling. Canada's won 3, Sweden won 2.
I like that.
Sweden has missed the medal round, though, at the last 2 Paralympic Winter Games. 4 and 7 in Pyeongchang, and then 4 and 5. 4 wins, 5 losses in Sochi. They have different plans this time around.
Niklas!
Okay.
Ja, då, nu är mellanrum emellan.
2 great shots by Mark.
Jag blir så trygg då när jag
Det är bra med.
Det gör vi. Kom igen.
Niklas! Ja!
Hela vägen.
Bra!
Mats Ola trying to pick that yellow stone out.
Jag tänkte säga så här, kolla den röda nu.
Kändes okej, Moe. 8-6!
And he does just that.
Sätter den bra.
Jag tänkte säga så här, kolla den.
Canada has won the percentage battle through the first 4 games, but so far into the 4th end, it's
Nice, Mark. Go hard.
Sweden plus the 13. 82% for the Swedes compared to the Canadians, curling at 69% so far. As we mentioned, a good test.
Dennis is going to draw to the wing underneath their corner guard that Mark put up with his first shot. This is Dennis's first draw of the game.
It looks good, Dennis. Shot.
Shot, Dennis. Tagen på den! Annars är det dra dit!
Annars dragit.
Yeah, I know, but also big.
Dra dit! 13 fart! 12 brudar! 13!
12.
Bra!
Ja.
Och den roterar lite dåligt.
Okej?
Sweden's just going to follow that
Ja,
draw down, on,
13.
get on top of our Team Canada's yellow stone.
Hela vägen. Lugn och fin.
Inne. Inne. Bra.
You can see here the skip lining his stick up, and watch the thrower move his hand
Satt den okej?
until he gets the signal that he's lined up. As mentioned before, Sweden's always done that.
45, 13 ned.
Bra
Bra
fart,
Moe.
Moe!
Bra, snyggt.
Snyggt.
Härlig sten!
It's a really good shot.
Right on the corner. Same throw.
13, Dennis.
If you notice Mark Ideson's wheels, he has power assist wheels. He's got a motor in the hub of his tires. And
Sweet, Dennis.
great shot, Dennis.
Always
We just got over a little too far, possibly.
Jag gissar på det.
Ser ut som det.
poking out. Always find it a tad bit confusing when
What's that?
the country colors don't quite line up with the rocks.
Yeah, okay.
Canada with the yellows, the Swedes with the reds.
Exactly.
Would have been much easier if it was the other way around.
Very true. You got to keep reminding yourself.
Kom in Anna, här är fint!
Thankfully, you're here to help me out here, Sonia.
13, 13, 5, 13, 3.
Ja, det är
you
nog
in line.
13.
That's right.
Ja,
Okej.
13.
Kör på 13. Kom igen.
Det
Den
är din
sätter
Ronny.
du. Din Ronny.
Inne.
Pearson, the top curler for Sweden in this game. 96%.
Kändes okej.
Ja, då.
deciding to draw behind their, to the other side behind their guard.
12-9.
Didn't
Men en
quite
bounce
get
på den kan
around
vara bra.
it.
Bra.
Bra Ronny.
Ligger 2.
Verkar gå lite trögare. Ja.
Well, this could shape up to be a very interesting fourth end.
Yeah, a little more thinking going on right now. Mark
8.5,
asking for a
Okay, so this is the curly one.
hit and roll. Ina reminding him that first rock of hers is the one that likes to curl. So I'm sure he'll just give her a little bit more ice, just a little bit.
Just a quarter rock.
Want me to get it?
Sometimes the rock just gets a little bit farther ahead than you want it. Happens once in a while. Just got to reset. That one's got to hold on.
Get the one.
I thought she had it.
I vilken väg är logiskt att ta här?
Försöka gå in bakom.
Det går ju bara den vägen ute här. Va?
Vill vi gå in bakom eller?
Ja, det är ju inte jättestort hålet här, men... Känns den okej dit?
Jag tror det.
Kör på den.
Annars, ja.
Vi tappar ju egen förra. Och vi vill inte vara på gard om vi...
Nej, men ska vi ta från andra sidan då?
Ja.
Okej.
Eller vad tror du? Även om du är där, också bra.
Trycka på egen.
Bra.
For the tap up.
Put a little bit more pressure on the Canadians.
Vill du trycka på egen så börjar vi ta 6 eller 6 lite plus 6 eller? Tänker du på att tappa egen då eller?
Ja, egen marginal runt. Där.
Ja, där. Där.
Bra.
Kom igen. Ja, där är vi nere på 13 i alla fall. 12,
Men det är nog 12-9 här.
12-5, 13.
12-5-13.
Ja, okej. Ja.
Very animated discussion.
Very.
Bra.
There he goes with lining up his backhand again. And when you've got the long delivery stick, it's easier to see the line of delivery as well.
That's okej. Sättning tycker jag. Driver mycket.
Farten, det är 13-5.
Needs a little more weight.
Jag ligger bra där.
Ja. Ja, det är bra.
Still Sweden lying at least the one. I'd say lying 2.
Just off nose high, eh?
I think so.
Okay. A little more ice.
This one's a little straighter.
This one runs straighter.
We don't want to get much of it.
Okay.
Looking to run that yellow back onto the red.
Tough shot.
It is a tough shot, but doable for Ina.
Key shot in the fourth end for Ina Forrest.
I think they like it.
On the yellow
Nice.
and gets the takeout.
It's a really great shot. Great communication on her rocks there. Confirming that that one runs straight. So just confirming the ice that she's getting. I think she likes that one.
A little fist pump from Ina Forrest.
Yeah.
Nej, det är hon inte. Dra eller?
Känner du för draget?
Ja, vi testar det.
Eller ja, känn vad du vill.
So skip stones before the fourth end break.
Jag går upp och kollar. Bra.
Still looks like Sweden lying the one red.
Vi drar den vägen nu.
Yeah.
Det är för lite att gömma
Ones
sig
on
där
the right
ute.
side are close, but it does look like red.
Ja.
Bra!
Looking to draw in.
Bra!
Peters and Dow curling 71% overall.
Bra Vilja.
Great line. Great weight.
Bra Vilja.
More pressure from the Swedes.
In for second shot. Or first shot.
8.5. 8.5. Okay.
Nej.
Mark's asking for an 8.5 second stone, which is a fast moving stone. That's the timing between the hog lines. Looking for a run back here. You need some big weight to do that.
Now, okay.
Mark thinks he was a little tight on the broom.
Well, it does promote the Canadian yellow. Biting on the 4-foot ring. That angle appears that it's second shot rock.
7.87 he threw there.
Det tycker jag. Vill du spela out här?
7.8 seconds.
Vilken fart?
Spela 9 där.
Japp. Känns isen bra här?
Ja.
Litar du på isen?
Max va? 8.59. Bra.
Bra. Bra snackat där. Kom igen, hela vägen.
Very entertaining fourth end.
Very.
2 rocks to go.
Sätter den bra.
Kom igen, håll då.
Bra Vilja.
Nose hit.
Fin sten.
And Sweden lying 3.
Then there were 3.
Yeah, this is a straight rock.
Okay.
Big shot here for John.
Right on the nose. 8.5.
Yeah.
Should run straight.
So last rock for
Come on.
Canadians.
It's gotta curl.
Not enough.
Looks like 2.
1 for sure.
Definitely want to call a measure here.
Big
Guard those rocks,
second
Mark.
point. Big second point on the line.
Mäta.
I think we'll measure anyway. Yep. Measure. for a second, yes. Yep.
So they will likely measure here, but the choice to throw the hit instead of the draw.
Yeah. Draw was definitely there, but he chose to go with the hit.
So the Canadians will need a strong second half.
No, I know.
And they will be playing catch up. Question is right now, by how many?
What's that? We learned one. Yeah. So number 6 and number 5.
Measure all 3.
Yeah, we're gonna measure those 2. Yeah. That one.
A triple measurement.
Yeah. And that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they chose just to measure the 2.
I was going to
hey?
say there was some talk about the third,
Yeah,
but they
I'm
removed
surprised.
it. I thought I understood Mark Idison saying we like to measure all 3.
I did too.
So I take that back, just a regular measurement. Sweden already with the steal of 1. Is it a steal of 2? That's the question right now. Second time in this game that the Swedes have stolen an end. And it is the steal of 1 as the red just a little bit closer to the button. Canadians catch a bit of a break.
Hammer back. Time to refuel and have some conversation about how to approach the next 4 ends.
Sweden ahead after the 4th. So it is a steal of 2 for Sweden. That second red just ahead of the Canadian yellow.
Viktigt att vi går ut och gör jobbet och fortsätter med det.
Jag fixar det. Ja, vi ligger riktigt bra i... Ja, nu tycker jag. Det är så härligt. Men, ja, som William var inne på här nu. Nu går vi in i 5:e omgången. Då blir det 5:e omgångsfokus.
Saw there, Allison Krivjazek, the Mississauga, Ontario native, one of the national coaches for Sweden and coaching the wheelchair team.
Had to find a way.
Well, we're waiting. Waiting.
Yeah.
What do you think of Chicha?
Are you seeing? What are you seeing?
Feels hard though off the
Down
the
that-
outside.
Yeah.
This side super straight.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not seeing much. I think it's more.
Borta Alvedon.
Jag gillar dem.
It's growing as much. I think it's away. En minut.
Kom igen nu, nu kör vi. Kom igen nu. Fortsätt det fina jobbet nu.
Kom igen.
Nu kör vi.
Kom igen. Kom igen.
Ja,
Kom igen.
ja, nu kör vi.
Bra. Får jag dumpa den?
Yeah.
Ska du ha munskydd på?
Ja. Fy fan. Det är ingen som ser vad jag säger.
So after the steal of 2 for the Swedes, it's a 5-1 game. And the Canadians will need a strong second half. Playing some catch-up, Sonia.
Yeah, they're definitely playing some catch up now, so we'll
Bra.
see
Fortsätt fina spelet. Vi läser
an offensive
isarna
approach
väldigt
here
mycket bättre än de
coming
gör.
into the 5th end.
Fortsätt att hålla högt fokus. Kom igen. Kom igen nu.
Ja, lugn och fin. 13. 13 vill han ha.
13 tycker jag han kan få.
Swedes have not missed much.
Bra.
Curling at 83% in the game.
Bra.
Kändes okej.
Ja då.
Here is the Swedish vice skip throwing lead stones, Christina Ulander.
Den är lite hård.
The veteran on the team with her
Bra,
3rd
Vicky.
Paralympic Winter Games.
Stannar den. Den kommer stanna.
Härligt.
Den är där.
Mark's going to ignore that stone and put up a corner guard.
15, eh, with this guy?
Give himself something to draw in behind. Right where he wanted it to go.
15.
Är det tajt denna?
Excuse me.
Men är det tajt på denna sidan tycker du?
Nej,
Nej.
det ska gå bra.
6.
Det borde gå bra.
15.
Kom igen.
Bra.
Känns bra.
Ja då. Härligt Kiki. Finns det?
14.
Ina, this is the 5 rock, straight rock.
Well, the crowd is definitely into it tonight.
Yeah, like a little.
They are.
If I say it.
Cheering for China, are they? Must be. Mark reminding Ina that he's throwing a stone that run straight or straighter than some of the other ones. So they're managing those rocks really, really well.
15 då eller?
Ja, 15.
Och får du hoppa dit? Ja då, gör det.
15!
Kom igen, då går det. Hela vägen. Lugn och fin.
Bra!
That's Ulla Enborg.
Bra.
Loves to travel in his motorhome. Mention that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Loves ice hockey and loves
Det blir
a
bra.
good road trip.
I like a good road trip too.
Okay.
We want to hang this around here. Just a 10.
I'm actually kind of excited to get to play this style for a bit.
Dennis Thiessen, the Canadian second. 69% on the game.
Nice shot, Dennis.
Shot.
Does the job.
Does the job. Gets that guard out of the way and opens things up for access
Ja.
to that red stone on the forefoot of Sweden's.
Oj.
They're going to try and cover it up again with another guard, or
Snyggt.
15.
15.
something in the house in front of it anyways.
Ja.
Bra Moa.
Mats Ola Engborg's philosophy is, I can. If you think you can, you can.
Jättefin
Bra
sten.
Moe!
Bra Moa.
Same weight, Dennis. I like that weight. What was it?
Many
What was the weight?
inspiring stories.
Same weight.
Mats Ola was involved in a railroad yard accident in 2001. Says he's very grateful for wheelchair curling.
Oh, I was way in.
Oh, and Dennis, a little bit worried about this.
Inside the broom, he knew already that he was narrow on the broom. Nevertheless, that one's, oh, almost out.
Just
En till.
biting at the back.
Bra.
Still Sweden line the one.
15.
15.
15.
Japp.
Ute. Bra.
Here's the game's top curler, Ronnie Persson.
Connie's having,
7%.
Kändes okej.
Ja,
having an excellent game.
Two of Sweden's games, he's been under the
Vilken bra där,
45%
Ronny. Bra.
mark, but
16-3.
not the case.
Bra,
A draw
Ronny.
8.
It's a really high guard
I think
still.
we deal this, huh?
Mark does not like it there.
Should I use my other rock?
Or we go the other way.
Yeah, peel the other way.
You want to use a straighter up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's use the other rock.
Use that.
Ina's deciding to throw the straighter rock on this one. So they're trading rocks down at the other end.
Just for now. Just for now.
She's going to throw the one that she typically throws second. She's going to now throw it first.
Which rock is this? Minus. Straighter one?
Hoping to use the straighter rock for the peel.
Yeah.
Just throw in. Shot.
That worked out quite well.
Jag tyckte vi gadade. Gad!
Lika bra.
Ja.
Kom igen.
15.
Samma lika. Samma lika, ja.
Ronnie's going to put up another guard here.
Ute lite. Bra.
Känns okej.
Ja.
Möjligen något ute.
Ja, lite längre ut än förra, men jag tror att det borde vara okej.
Does it have enough?
Not get over.
Not this time.
No.
So a rare miss from Ronnie Persson. Canadians haven't had a lot of misses go their way.
Actually, just a 9. Just a 9.
9? This is a curlier one.
This is a curly rock. Yeah, and Dennis was finished pretty good.
Okay.
I know it was only 10.
Okay, 8.5.
Yeah. 8.5.
Teams really, really staying on top of those rocks and communicating really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's finishing.
Okay.
It's going to work out quite nicely for Ina.
And rolling under cover.
Good choice of weight.
Yeah, I was a little tight with that. I don't know if it's...
They really talked about the right weight as well.
Yeah. She thinks she was a little tight, but had the weight to hang on. Looks a little bit different now for Sweden.
Är vi 13 eller?
Into Skip Stones.
Ja, ingen långsammare. Nej. Jag upplever att jag trögar på. 13 borde bli bra.
Ligger lite ute. Bra.
Good game so far for Peterson Dahl. And this is in a good spot.
Lite vid linjen.
Ja, 13-0.
Oh, wait. Same as Ina. What was Ina's? What was Ina?
8-4.
8-4. 8.5.
Okay.
No shortage of rocks
You
in
thought
play
this
again.
rock just had a nice finish to it?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah.
Okay.
So nose or getting to the right side of that red rock would be ideal. Little roll over to the right. That one's coming nicely.
Past the
It's gonna
guards.
do just that.
Nice shot.
And it is the Canadians lying 1, 2, 3, 4. But one still to come from the Swedes.
Det står där.
Ja, det står den.
Niklas!
Niklas!
Kom igen.
Tänker du träff?
Ja, tjapp, nästan. Kom över.
Bra. Där eller?
Ja.
It's a lot of yellow.
8-5 till Niklas.
Jajamän, det blir bra.
Certainly is.
Kom igen.
Key last shot
Hela vägen. Sträck ut. Kom igen.
for the Swedish skip.
Bra.
Viljo Pettersson Dahl, 78% on the game so far.
8-6.
Just past his own red guard.
Det är bra Viljo.
Again under cover. That could have ended in disaster.
Could have ended up to be a really good shot.
You pick that?
Cut Canada down to 1, and it is in behind cover.
I think
Can
you can.
they
You're seeing it.
take that red out?
That or the draw.
What weight? I'm thinking 8.5.
Okay. There.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the two options here, Sonia? The pick or the draw?
It's tempting,
Dog
right?
might
I mean,
too, just curled up a bit. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it positive. I'm gonna throw it positive.
Yeah, it's gonna finish.
you see all those yellows there, and it's pretty tempting to do this shot. It's all good if it works out. John was comfortable with the draw too, though.
Doesn't like it out of the release.
Just got tight on it right away.
Rubs the guard,
Just
and
goes.
Canada scores 1.
Sometimes having those thoughts and that conversation about that rock really curling, and John was maybe feeling, what about the draw?
5-2. The Swedes lead and have the hammer back. Sweden has played Canada pretty tough today. Not a lot of offense for the Canadians. Some great shot making by the Swedes. But still 3 ends to go. But the Swedes points to have the hammer twice. So how does Canada, Sonia, try and make up these 3 points?
Bear down and play some tough offense right now.
Do you try and limit Sweden to 1 here, or do you go right for the steal? Guess we'll find out here.
Nice weight.
Limit to 1, you're down 6-2. Hammer in the 7th.
Yeah.
That's still a pretty big hill to climb as well.
12-8.
13.
It is. I think you might want to go for the steal here.
Bra! Kom igen.
Canadians just a couple of centimeters away from a big end. They were poised to score 5. If Thurston was able to get that last shot to go, would have been a much different game.
4.
That's that risk and reward situation.
Sit.
Tror den hänger.
So probably 16,
I think, yeah.
A little straighter rock.
It is still within reach. One's moving a little bit slower than perhaps he wants it to.
Yeah, no. You kind of go, it'd definitely be worth measuring.
Lots can change over the last 3 ends of a curling game.
Är det tajt eller?
Ja,
Lite tajt.
det är bättre att dra där.
Gör det!
Draw to the other wing. Here, China over there.
Bra!
China playing Switzerland in draw number 8. Tough start for the defending Paralympic gold medalists, dropping their first 2 games. One of them against Canada.
Vad klockan är det? 14. 14
Right now ahead 5-3 over the Swiss.
Kite's fine, Dennis.
Like 13?
Yeah, 13 and a quarter.
If you joined us late,
John's draw to the button here.
Canada won the hammer, but it was Sweden stealing 1 in the first. Canada responded with a single in the second. A deuce for the Swedes with hammer in the third. And then a steal of 2 in the fourth, making it 5-1 for Sweden. Canada having a large opportunity for a multiple score end in the fifth. But the last stone rubbing on the guard, and the score was just 1, making it 5-2.
Really great draw from Dennis. Down the same path that John had on his last stone draw.
Börja med pilaren.
Exactly what Team Canada
Klira.
needs right now. 1 in behind
Ta
cover.
den Moe!
Ja.
8.
8.
Ja.
Fasta fart. Det är din.
Mats Ola gonna throw some big weight here.
Dra!
Get rid of those guards up front.
Ja då.
Bra Moe, 7-8.
Big weight. Gets 1, but the second yellow ends up in the 12-foot ring.
It worked out
Again.
in Team Canada's favor there.
You said tight's fine.
Time to put up something on the center line there, top of the house. Just inside, just in the house would be nice. Top 12.
This way, Dennis.
Really nice draw from Dennis. 2 great shots. There we
Great
go.
touch from the second. He's got
2
the big
key
weight,
shots.
but also the soft touch.
Those are 2 really key shots from Dennis.
8.
8. Det är din Moe. Ja, jajamän. Ja då.
Kom igen. Fokus nu på riktning.
Det är din.
Sträck ut hela vägen.
Ute. Bra. Ja då.
Ser intressant ut.
Ja då, det gör det.
Ja, bra Moe.
Almost.
Bra Moe.
Does remove a guard.
Does the curly one?
What's this rock gonna do here, eh?
It's
This is our
the rock
earlier
gonna do?
it's
one.
the curly one.
Okay, I like
So
this.
14?
Really great opportunity here to put up another guard.
Yeah, I like
Just
14,
a
huh? 14 and a half.
little shorter than the last one that Dennis just threw. 14 and a half seconds they're asking, which is the time between the hog lines. 14 and a half is typically guard weight. It is on this ice anyway.
Once again, lots of yellow in and surrounding the house for the
Ska vi
Canadians.
diskutera den eller? Nej. Dra en 8 där.
Okej.
8 där. Jag gillar det.
Vi måste ha upp det.
Kom igen.
Ja.
Ronny.
Well, an opportunity
Den
here for
funkar
Sweden to remove a
bara
few
kläda
yellows.
den.
Yeah,
Den funkar att toucha isär också.
Okej.
8. Det är din.
Persson has been terrific in this game, throwing third stones.
It's gonna throw some
Bra.
big weight here, move some yellow rocks around.
A jam at the back.
And opened up that shot rock though. So did the job they were looking for.
Ja, nu får vi upp den. Ja, det är lite lurigt där. De fastnar med en jävla massa sten.
Yeah, it's about a broom left.
Hard to know if that one's biting or not. The back 12 at the very bottom of the screen.
Can be deceiving sometimes, can't
Yeah.
it be?
There is a little bit of white there, but sometimes if you stand right over it, it tells a different story.
That's right. Ina's gonna put up another guard, and if it creeps into the top 12, that's okay. That one's gonna be a high guard.
Hur känns Tage?
Känns bra.
Öppnar vi.
Jag menar Tage dit. Marginal där uppe.
Det är bra. Ta.
Det är bra.
Här eller? Bra.
Räcker det där?
Nej, vi kan öka dit kanske.
Ja, det tror jag. Där.
Ja, bra.
Eller hur? Visst är det? Ja, bra. Ja, det kändes...
There's room for Ronnie to get down on top of shot rock. That's
Ja,
what
ja,
he's gonna
visst.
try and do here.
Kom igen.
Big breath,
Jag hoppar lite. Bra.
clear the mind.
Inne. Bra. Lite tight.
Ja, jag märkte det. Jag håller med.
Igen och riv den där nu och vicka.
Key shot for Sweden.
Tage 2.
Bra fart!
You need to open up a pathway to the house.
There you go, and I thought he was drawing, so I was mistaken there. He's going after that top guard.
14 and a half. 14 and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
John's gonna replace that one that they just got rid of. Looking
Canadians.
for another center line guard.
The Canadians certainly keeping the pressure on.
They are.
Just missed a big score in the 5th end, had to settle for 1.
There's a really, really nice shot by John. Lined up perfectly.
Time out.
Time.
Got Sweden thinking about this one now. Calling a timeout.
And the Swedish national coach, the Canadian, Alison Kreviazik, will likely come out and talk to the team. Moved to Sweden in 2014.
Vad känner du för?
Jag vet inte. Den,
Kreviazik, two-time Scotties champion, long-time second for Rachel Homan.
Du når den fortfarande med en tilltag.
Ja, vi måste gå väldigt tajt.
Alltså går du en centimeter ifrån den så har du ju träffar och ligger kvar. Men det är ju inte den marginalen. Den är riktigt.
Jag menar om du slår i här, då öppnar du upp igen och öppnar för en ny chans. I så fall.
Vad tror du här?
Ja, spela från det här. Vad är ni sugen på för fart?
Det pratar vi.
En Tage går på skotten och...
Försöka få den.
Ja.
Det går ju att spela 11 eller något, men det är ju
That's
riskigt.
Peter Narup,
alltså, för
Sweden's
där och
second
styr in
coach.
den där. Tage känns det.
Ja, frågan är hur... Om du vill ha kvar den så behöver du ha en Tage.
Ja. Ja, absolut.
Så att det blir, tycker jag blir bra.
Ja, vi kör
då kör vi
det.
det.
Bra.
Det är bra.
So a long conversation for the Swedes. Again, facing some heat for the second end in a row. Not a lot of red in the house right now, Sonia.
No, there's not a lot of
Jag
red.
ska kolla med utflytt.
Ja.
Ja, du ser 5% med utflytt. Jag gör fan ingen skillnad nästan, eller?
Nej, men du når ju det. Men jag tror att isen, min tugga är i.
Ja.
Var det en insats?
Spelar du utflytt?
Ja, jag tror det.
Hur känns isen här då?
Ja.
Vill du ha mindre eller mer?
Ta lite mer då.
Ja, inte mindre.
Där.
Kom igen, den har du. Hela vägen. Tage. Ja.
Lite inne. Ute. Bra.
First of 2 stones.
Niklas 9. Farten är bra.
And a small rub on the yellow, but does not stick around.
What do you think about?
Threw a little bit too much weight there, so wasn't going to get any curl out of that.
Cover ball.
I would top at 12 or 8 foot on the other side.
Like right here.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Like. Fall 12. Fall 12.
Okay.
So 13 and a half.
1375.
Yeah, 13 and a half, 1375. Little bit wider than Ina's draw to the button.
Okay. This one should curl a bit too. This is by 2.
Big last zone for Thurston. Canadians, though. In good shape as of now. Trying to come back from a 3-point deficit. So it is Canada lying 2.
Niklas!
Looking to shut down that side of the sheet. And John did do that.
Jag menar hänga kvar och släppa ett är okej.
Ja,
Känns det?
Lite till. Bra där. Is här.
Ja.
Big last rock for Peterson Dahl.
Kom igen.
Not an easy,
Ja, det är din video.
no easy ways in here.
Ligger lite in
No, just
där.
looking to cut them down to 1 here.
Lite ute. Bra.
So to
last
the
rock.
edge of second shot.
Does that, so it is a steal of 1 for the Canadians, who are
Yellow.
climbing back in.
Ja, men det är bra, Vilja. Bra.
Another well-played end.
Sätter det fint.
Yeah, very well played.
Släppa nästa tycker jag är bra.
5-3 Sweden off to the 7th in draw 8.
Yeah, thank you.
That was the outcome they were looking for.
Two ends to go in what's been a very competitive affair between Sweden and Canada. Swedes jumped out to a 5-1 lead, but the Canadians have scored in the last 2 ends and trying to complete the comeback, Sonia.
Yeah, time to keep the pressure on.
Not a 5.
Put up a centerline guard here.
Typ hög tage då.
Another steal and going home with the hammer would be
Hög tage.
Make it
ideal.
very interesting.
5-11.
Ja, bra. Vad tror vi där eller?
Ja. Jag tror det blir bra.
Ja.
Okej.
Ja, kom igen.
Oj, vill du vrida den?
Så.
Ja. Bra, tack.
Inne. Bra.
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 Vi kommer aldrig locka ut den.
Ja, håller med. Ja, han kan gå över på andra sidan. Nej, det gör den inte.
And this might be too strong. That stone cannot leave play.
Yeah, it's bounced.
So that violates the free guard zone rule, so the stone will be replaced.
Yeah.
It's right there. Like that?
Yep. It looks good.
So the plot thickens.
It does.
Yeah. 14 and a half with this one, eh? A little quicker.
Yeah. Like that.
Just a little less.
Yeah, I like it.
Looking to get to top 12 with the 14-second stone. That's the weight between hog line to hog line. 14 seconds should get him to the top of the house, but I don't think this is a 14-second stone.
And to clarify, wheelchair curling uses the 5 rock rule when it comes to the free guard zone. So there must be 4 resting stones before they can start removing guards, which is not the case there.
Okej, då drar vi så. Ja. 13.
Kom igen, den har du. Även om du bansar i det där, det gör inte så mycket. 13!
Vad sa han? 13. Ja.
This is the first time that the Canadians have been really tested in Beijing.
Yeah, it really is. And they're definitely stepping up to the pressure.
Där ja. Got that.
Okej.
We're seeing a bit more intensity from them.
Trailing 5-1 at the 4th end break. It's been a different story in the second half.
Nu är de ingen rolig längre.
14 and a half. 14.
Curling percentages have started to balance out. Sweden 75, Canada 71.
Looking for that 14-second draw weight. And Dennis had 2 great draws in the last end. This one looks like another great weight. What we're looking for, and
Great weight.
he seems to have his draw weight down.
Shot.
I'd like that one to keep moving a little bit longer.
Kom igen, den har du.
Sträck ut, det är din.
Inne. Bra. Vänta lite.
Bra där. Bra.
Inne. Bra.
Jag tar den.
That rock's getting away on him sooner than he wants it to.
Handtaget.
Sometimes it's better to completely reset when that happens. I actually haven't seen anybody do that yet.
Ja, jag satt ute.
Just missing the 2 Canadian yellow guards. So, Canadians really have an opportunity.
I like it.
They certainly do. Time to get one into the rings.
13 a quarter.
And this is that path that John did his last stone draw on, and Dennis had 2 great draws down this side. So he knows the weight. He knows how to get there.
Not a lot of room for error for the Canadians, trying to make up 2 points.
Really good line. Went a little bit deeper than maybe they had hoped, but nevertheless, Sweden's choosing to get rid of those guards anyways. So Dennis put the pressure on again.
Second chance for Mats Ola Enborg.
He's going to make some contact this time.
And this time, no mistake. A double takeout.
That does the job. Uncovers that shot stone. So Dennis is going to
under that one's all right.
Okay.
Even here. Actually, halfway. Halfway to tight.
Okay.
14. 14?
14,
Yeah.
I think. I like it.
Yeah, 14.
Like tight.
Yeah, tight one is okay.
looking for a guard tight to the rings. Just creeping in would be all good. Worked out nicely.
Vad tycker du om att spela Niklas? Rycker du den är det bra? Du behöver inte ha utflytt, Ronny.
Ingen utflytt, nej.
Jag menar viktig. Niklas!
Okay.
Swedes can get their redstone in there. We would really have a race.
Looks like Ronnie's going to take a run at that back one, and if he gets the top guard,
Direkt ut. Vass och fart.
that's secondary. Throw some big weight here.
Bra.
Tense focus from Persson on the guards.
The guard.
8-5. Bra Ronny.
Does clear
This
it up.
rock's a little straighter.
Canada still in good shape for the steal. Ina's going to put up another guard here. Really nice if we could get into the top 12.
Sweepers are on it.
Needs some sweepers, as Mark said.
Kör Niklas!
Ja, kom igen nu. Där sätter du. Den är så långt bak.
No. This time Ronnie Persson will have a cleaner look at that Canadian stone in the house.
Ute lite. Ja, där. Bra.
Partially covered.
Yep, partially covered.
Lite tajt.
Ja, lite tajt, men jag tror den blir fin. Kom igen och vicka lite.
8-1 har jag.
He's got it.
8-1!
It's a great shot by Ronnie.
Dennis's was 12-4, so I like 12-6.
Okay. But it still is south of the T line, leaving the Canadians with an opportunity.
And a path to get there. Mark's asking for a
12.75.
12.75 second stone, which will get down on top of the shot rock. That's a comfortable weight to throw, especially when you've got something to throw up into. I think they're gonna like this. Just didn't come over.
Nice weight.
Excellent weight.
Vi kör 4. 13!
And from playing defense to offense now, Swedes have an opportunity. 2 stones to go.
13!
Kom igen. Vad har vi för fart?
Lite inne. Bra.
Kom igen. Vi tänker kort är bättre än lång, eller hur? Ja. Bra. 13-13-5 då. Kom igen nu.
Lite ute. Bra.
Key shot here for Viljo Peterson Dahl. Looking to get something in there.
Same path as Thurston's. And it is Sweden line 2.
I had 12.7 on that.
Okay.
Big
13.
last rock coming up.
Okay.
It's your draw to the button.
Draw to the button, that's what I was just gonna say too. John did this one on his last stone draw, which worked out really well for him. So he just needs to replicate that.
Facing 2 stones. Here's Thurston's last in the 7th. Trying to set up a Canadian steal.
Weight looks really good.
Into the 8-foot ring.
Yeah.
But it is a chance for Sweden to score.
Still have a good read of our rock.
Vill du ha där?
Ja.
Bra.
Du är inte 12-6 där ute. 12. Ja. Han hade 13.
Gå lite ner och under 13. Kom igen. Det är din.
Viljo Peterson Dahl
Ja, jag håller på att korrigera.
Kom igen.
takes a hard look.
Bra.
And if this can bite on the 4-foot ring, it'll be
Bra satt.
a score of 2. Last stone, 7th end.
Alltså har det 13.
It's not going to get past that Canadian
Ja.
yellow. Count the 1 red. And heading into the 8th and final end, it's the Swedes by 3.
We've got the hammer back.
Big end coming up, 6-3, Sweden.
We need a big end.
Back inside the building they call the Ice Cube. the Olympic and Paralympic curling. And right now it's Sweden looking to spoil Canada's perfect 4-0 record. Jumped out to a 5-1 lead after the first 4 ends, but Canada has chipped away. Has actually outscored Sweden by a score of 2-1 in the back half of this game. But now, Sonia, the Canadians need not 1, not 2, but 3 to force an extra.
Yep, the pressure's on. We need some yellow rocks. We're going to see Mark putting up a corner guard here.
And the Swedes will try and keep it as clear as possible to avoid a messy house. This is game 5 of 10 in the round robin for Canada. For the Swedes, this is their 4th game, 2-1 record.
Sweden choosing to throw both of their stones through the house. This less rocks in play for them, the better at this point.
Yeah, I like it.
Going to the other side with another corner guard.
Shot, Mark.
First time that Canada has trailed in the wheelchair curling tournament.
And ignoring those guards and throwing another one through.
Out, you're in turn, Dennis. Tight's fine.
And that was the
another tight corner.
5th stone, so they did have the opportunity to remove.
13 and a quarter.
Yeah, I like it.
It's tight ice, but we want to get buried here.
Looking for something in behind the guard, and top 12 would be ideal. Undercover. Shoot. Gotta slow down.
12 something? Wow.
And that's too strong.
Jajamän, då tar vi en.
Ja.
Kom igen, sträck ut den. Så får du den sneda skjutningen tvärs över.
Ja.
Kom igen.
Fast fart. Det är din Moa.
Fokus på en.
Mats-Ola Enborg.
Ja.
Kom igen.
His second.
Hela vägen.
Bra. Kändes bra, Moe.
Time to remove those guards.
Bra.
Bra Sten.
$14 and a half, 15.
It's a good shot.
Beautiful.
Second corner guard. What is needed to generate some points? But they are not going to let it sit there for very long.
Bra! Den är slitit ut.
Ja.
Not enough to completely remove it. Instead, biting on the 12-foot ring.
It's a nice little break for us.
Time out.
They're not moving.
Well, traffic time's in now.
Den står vi ju bara banan upp på andra sidan, vilket jag inte vet hur man gör. Då köker vi på den som ligger där.
Ja, det tycker jag också.
It's like the Canadians have called timeout.
Just wondering if we throw another corner.
They're going to hit
we
that,
split.
no?
Yeah.
You've got to come around these two. Even if you rub it and roll, you need one buried at the end of the shot, right? So I think that's the call is trying to come underneath it, and if you take it on the way by,
Okay.
and roll deep, that's fine. So like, the target's probably T-line.
Okay.
Even if we're a little deep of that, like anywhere back house is really good, but we need to get one buried in the shot.
So Bruin like middle of forward.
I think so. For out turn, is your curly red or your straight red?
I can be either one. I got both.
Either one.
Probably your curly now, I think. You got 20 seconds still, so.
So, yeah, we got lots of time. So we're talking 12 and a half. 12.75. What's T-line this way?
12.75.
Oh, it's 13?
I think
Like
13.
Yeah.
I think 13.
You're trying to draw around, right?
Yeah, 12.75 to 13. We
Yeah,
just,
I like that window. 12.75 to 13.
So which walk do you want?
What's that?
Which walk do you want?
Which one? This one.
This one here.
A long discussion for the Canadians. Mick Lismore, the coach, coming out. Need to get one buried.
Key shot here for Ina. Looking for a 12.75 or a 13-second draw weight. Something in behind.
Hoping to be at the T-line.
A little bit heavy.
nice throw, Ine.
Oh no, that worked out really well.
Very nice.
Buried,
Very
biting on
nice.
the 8-foot ring.
8 eller 9? Ta 8 då. Va? 8. Okej. Bra.
Ronnie using all arm on his shots, getting down that low.
Är bra Ronny.
7-7, bra Ronny!
Ja.
Nose hit on that Canadian guard. The yellow.
12.75. I had 12.2 on our first one.
At 12 and a half.
Okay.
Does leave the guard in place, though.
Yeah,
Same
time to
weight?
get another one in there.
Almost. Straight or
Well,
wrong?
I was thinking 12.75 because
2
I had
feet
12.2.
less.
4 feet less.
Yeah, same way.
13:05.
Yeah. Okay.
Jag tycker vi slår den.
Slå den.
Försöker få med.
Jajamän.
Ja,
8 eller?
8. Kleraren är fine. Får vi med dubbeln ner så bra.
Ja.
2 stones to go for each team. Canadians need a score of 3 to extend, and
Is här.
they'll need some help now, Sonia.
8.
Yeah, they need a little bit of help. I mean, of course, Sweden's just going to try and continue to remove anything that's yellow and run Team Canada out of rocks.
Kom igen.
Inne. Bra.
Peter Sandell.
Bra William. Snyggt.
We didn't get to see that.
He likes the shot, unfortunately.
We don't get to see
We
it.
don't get to see it, and that's how the game comes to an end. So the Swedes and the Canadians, their first loss in Beijing.
Always for the final.
A hot start. Canada made it close at the end, Sonia. And finally, a last look at the shot. Ah, yes, the double takeout.
Great shot. Sweden skip. Oh, really great shot.
Calm, cool, and collected.
They definitely came to play. We saw that right from the beginning.
So Sweden improves to 3-1 and bounces back after the loss earlier. Take it 6-3. Canada now 4-1.
I love it.
Learn from it, man. There are opportunities.
No, because this screws with it.
Ja. Ja, den låg ju före. Exakt. Yep. There you go. Thank you.
So 2 more games for the Canadians on day number 4.
Gänget. Jättebra.
Schedule continues to be
Detsamma William.
Bra.
a busy one.
Riktigt bra lirat.
Taking on the Republic of Korea and Slovakia. Once again, the morning and the night draw in Beijing.
Smart.
Busy day coming up for Team Canada. Some time to regroup, work through some of the ends of this game, and get ready to hit the ice again against Korea.
So once again, the final score in draw number 8, it's Sweden 6, Canada 3. The Swedes have won 3 of their first 4 games. This wheelchair curling tournament, Canada has won 4 of its 5, stays on top of the table. Sweden has played 1 fewer game. However, China with a win, they're now 3-2 after that 0-2 start. So here come the Chinese. As now it really gets interesting as we move into the back end of the round robin.
It's getting closer up there at the top of the leaderboard.
Certainly is. So Canada 2 games on day number 4 against South Korea and Slovakia. We'll look forward to that as our coverage of the 2022 Beijing Paralympic Winter Games continues on CBC. I was actually, is this for the evening show?
No, for the U.S. game.
Oh, for the U.S., okay.
I